Well, Dub Nation, that is a win, and a win that will go noticed. It's going to put everyone on notice about the Warriors, and man, I am excited. That was a hell of a game. Hell of a game. And you know, a lot of these games we've had have necessarily been big wins, not anything close. It was actually nice to have a close one that we fought to the end. And man, everyone played great. This was a defensive game at the end of the day, but when it mattered most, Kevon Looney, Buddy Hield, and Stephen Curry got it done. But don't let me forget, Andrew Wiggins and that defense on Jason Tatum had a lot to do with this game, and we're going to get into it. This is Dylan with BaySportsBuzz. Thanks for dropping by. And man, gotta love it. 7-1 now. It would be great to get these next two, but you just gotta be happy that you beat the champs. You beat the champs. And in their stadium, I'm almost certain we're the first ones to beat them in their stadium. I'm not exactly sure though. I gotta double check that, but I'm pretty sure we are. This game was gritty though. Field goal percentage was not good on either side of the ball, really. You know, 46 for us, 42 for them. Three-pointers, we didn't have a real big three-point game, but what we did do is we kept it close and put the ball in the basket when it mattered, got to the free throw line when it mattered, and did a lot better on the free throw category than we did in previous games. It's nice to see. We got 20 down of 24 shot. That is a big plus. 83% on the free throw. We're currently 30th in the league in that, so thank God we were able to execute. Our assists were down a little bit. 22 assists. That's all right. It is what it is when it comes to a gritty game like this. You know there's going to be a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals, a lot of blocked shots, and that's kind of really where it came down to. But man, GP2 too played an awesome game. There's just people constantly, every night on our squad that's going to step up, that's going to make the extra pass, that's going to make the extra play, make the extra effort, and it's not going unnoticed. This team's going to put the league on notice, and it's starting to happen. Okay? 5-0. 5-0 right now in the last 5 games. So, looking good. The next challenge will be the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are tall, they got a lot of talent, and they got a coach that knows us very well. That's going to be a big battle. And then we got OKC, which seems to be tearing up everybody right now. But just to get this one is a big statement one. Even if we don't get the next two, this says a lot about our squad. Our depth is so good, so freaking good. You gotta love to see it. It's crazy, man. And you know, this is a stat category that we don't normally have, but I just thought I'd definitely say something about it. 52 points in the paint tonight. That did a lot for us. They only had 36. They got taller guys, lengthier players. They shoot the three ball really well though. That's what they did tonight. But unlike most games in the NBA, tonight the 3-point deficit did not win the game, which is really cool to see. But there's a lot to look forward to with this squad. I'm going to go over numbers with the players real quick. We got Wiggins, 31 minutes, 16 points, 2 rebounds. It is what it is. A lot of the defensive minutes are obviously not stat sheet worthy. You just don't see it. But it was great. Draymond Green struggled from 3 tonight. It's all right. He still played a good game overall. I really hope we got to clean up the offensive rebounding, okay? Third quarter was looking pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. But we pulled it out. We did what we got to do, and we got it done. For Draymond, we got 9 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds in 30 minutes. So Stephen Curry stepped it up. He was on a 24-minute restriction last game. He played 34 tonight, 27 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. The man had a game. He had a game. I wouldn't call it a crazy Steph Curry game yet. We still haven't had one of those explosions, but when he needed to command the game, he got it done. And another player that got it done for us, Buddy Hield. 29 minutes, 16 points, 1 assist, 6 rebounds. The buckets mattered. Every bucket mattered for him. Because when we were down earlier in the beginning, when he first subbed in the first quarter, he made a couple threes to get us right back into it. And then at the end of the game, he made a really clutch 3 to keep us ahead. He's a clutch player, man, and I'm so glad to have him. Kyle Anderson, he kept him honest tonight. 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. 11 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, 20 minutes played, but allowed 20 minutes for sure. JK played really good, and unlike what he usually does, he played really good defense tonight. Really good defense. I was actually really proud to see his defense, and he's coming along. He's still trying to figure out himself. He played 18 minutes tonight, 10 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds, but very disruptive on the defensive end, so you got to love it. Gary Payton had 18 minutes, 6 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Did great, though. And then here's the big one, okay? Kevon Looney, 16 minutes. In 16 minutes, he had 16 stats. Okay, he had 6 points. 2 of the baskets really, really mattered at the end. 10 rebounds, which he also got offensive rebounds to turn those into 4 points, which we don't have that. We don't have this win. And that's the reality of it. Played really good tonight. I just really, really happy that they went with him at the end. Unfortunately, Trace Jackson Davis is still a really good player, but you could tell still a second-year player, okay, coming in. It's necessarily, if you talk about games played, it's still basically year one for him. He didn't play half the season last year, right? But he plays really well in the minutes he does. However, on the defensive end and boxing out, sometimes falls asleep, and all of that's going to get cleaned up. Man, Stackhouse is on these guys. He's on these guys. Every time out, you see him talking to Kerr. You see him putting his word into this. You see him telling him that this is going to be the time that we get the ball back, and this is the time that we need to clamp down and do our defensive scheme. And anytime they see something different, Kerr walks right over to him and asks him, what are we doing now? You could see it. And that's what we were missing last year. Steve Kerr had no one to turn to on the defensive end. The staff was not what it is this year. This coaching trio is really, really good for this Warriors team, and it's showing. They know exactly how to adjust. They know when to adjust. They know what players to put in when the time is supposed to be, and they just do it right. It's pretty impressive that this is something that a team's capable of without multiple stars in the league, you know? So it's good to see, and I just can't believe that we've gone into this season with such a statement. 7-1, among the best in the league right now, and it could keep going. It really can. There's a big hard stretch coming up for us. That's it. That is what it is, but we could get this done, and we could go into this All-Star break one of the best teams in the league, without a doubt. We'll see how the next 2 road games play out. I hate saying this, but not that I want to lose one, but it might almost be better if we lose one of them, because we come back to play Dallas at home, and that is an in-season tournament game that matters a ton. And on a road trip where you've been on a long road trip and you went out, a lot of the time these teams just fall flat on that first home game back. I don't think this Warriors team will, but it's just kind of like a trend with most road trips and most teams in the league. Like when you have a really, really good run, it just ends up being a flat game. There are flat games in the NBA that happens. So hopefully it doesn't happen to us though, because we really need that game. I'd love to take the in-season tournament. I'd love to take the in-season tournament. I have one of the best records in the NBA. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but you know, with this squad, I believe, and if you're the Warriors and you're on this roster tonight, you believe. Podziemski didn't play. We have yet to see De'Anthony Melton. And without those two players, we still were able to beat the Boston Celtics. And Boston didn't have Green tonight. And that happens, you know. But we have injuries too, right? So it's a pretty even matchup in my book. And man, one last thanks to Wiggins, man. You played a hell of a game on the defensive end. I know you could see you were tired in the first quarter. I could see it after playing so hard, but you got to really love the effort. Warriors fans, be proud of your guys tonight, and let's get ready for Cleveland. Let's finish this road trip. Let's get this done. I'm done with BaySportsBuzz. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate everybody. And to all the new subscribers, welcome. And thanks for the likes, comments, everything. I appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.